All right, you guys, we're here. We're going to set up for that studio selfie. That was one of the requests on Tutorial Tuesday. So we have one overhead light right here. We also have the main light right here that's going to illuminate my face. I'll be sitting, of course, at the end of the table, and then we have that backlight over there. Sitting at the table, what I have to do is get focus on myself using the Canon Connect app here. I'm going to put the camera at a 10-second timer and then move my phone off to the side, and then I'll take the picture. So, since my main softbox is right here, I'm going to be biased to looking over this way. Let's go ahead and take that first, try and get focus here with the camera. There it is. All right, now we'll get a little serious with this one. How about that? We'll lean over the table, move this to the side. After that first image, a couple things that I had to change. One was the perspective. So what I did with the tripod is I lowered it so I'm angling the view up just a little bit higher, and that gives me space for the hat and everything else. The other thing that I did was I lowered myself with a shorter stool because I was sitting up way too high in the frame. Let's go ahead and take this next picture. Something that we learned in this picture now is that, number one, I have to pull back as far as focal length, so I need to give myself a little bit more space in the frame. And then something else that I want to do is I want to add a little bit of fill light on what would be my right hand side. Getting pretty contrasty over there, so what I'll do is I'll add in a fill board. Let's go ahead and set that up. One thing that I forgot to talk about, you guys, is on the first revision of this shot, what I did is the light was too hot, so you have a couple different options. You can reduce the power of the light, or you can increase your aperture. And in studio, I've always been the favor that increasing your aperture is just fine. You have more sharpness. So what I did is I went from f4 to 5.6 so that I was matching the light that was hitting my face. Now that we've discussed that, the other thing that I want to do is I want to talk to you about the fill. Fill over here actually comes from this whiteboard that I've had for, oh gosh, probably 10 years. I bought a couple 4x6 pieces from Office Depot. I gaff taped them together, and this has been my go-to fill board for a long, long time. Very cost effective and a big impact. So let's go ahead and take this next picture, and you won't see as much contrast. When you're in the studio environment, the one thing that you really want to do is you don't want to be trigger happy in here like we are in natural light. Take a picture, look at it, evaluate, make changes, do it again, and then when you get that exposure all dialed in with posing and everything else, then it's time to go and have fun. And you don't have to sit with it in the position that it's in. You can do anything you want, and that's the most beautiful thing about creating in studio, is it's entirely up to you.